Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are doing a hot take. We are gonna be talking about some things and some design styles that I think are dated. I think they've seen their time. I think they're ready to phase out. So let's talk about what those are. And also, I'm gonna give you some things, like if you do like these decor styles, maybe what you should look for when you're trying to replicate those and stay away from some of the more dare I say, cheap looking, old looking things. So I got 3 design styles and certain aspects of those design styles that I think have got to go. So the disclaimer to this video is, it's all in good fun. If you like these design styles, as always, keep them around, enjoy them, do whatever you want. It's your home, your money, do what you want with it. This is just my opinion and based off of trends that change all the time, and there's no rhyme or reason to why they change. It's just an opinion, y'all. So let's get into it. Okay, first one on the chopping block is farmhouse. Y'all, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Farmhouse had a movement. Joanna Gaines kind of put it on the map. It was great. It's been around for almost 10 years, y'all. Like, I think that show, Fixer Upper, started, I want to say like 2013, so 2014. So it's been around, like it's been here for a minute. That's 10 years, that's a decade. And honestly, for a trend, that's a long time. So what are the elements of farmhouse that I think are out? And you know, obviously if you live on a farm and you have a farmhouse, like you're gonna keep some of these things. However, I think some of the items that might feel a little dated, you might wanna consider changing out, is all white everything. White walls, white furniture, white cabinets, white countertops. Like, there's a place for white. I'm not saying there isn't. I just think that maybe bringing in a little more color and wood tones might help your color palette. Also, stating the obvious, signage, like bathroom, bedroom, live, laugh, love, farmhouse. Like, we don't need signs telling us things we already know to be true. So like, I would skip the signage and actually switch it out for some really nice like oil painting landscapes, or you know, digital downloads. Like, there are things you can replace it with, absolutely. But maybe just skip the like farmhouse sign. Y'all, don't come for me in the comments. I know this is a hot take. Buffalo plaid. It too has been around for, I wanna say, like 10 years, and woo, was it like a solid pattern. It's had its place. It's one of the best sellers that I've ever seen for Christmas. Like, it brings in money, and there's a time and a place for it. However, too much buffalo plaid is not great. So we're talking the white and black, the red and black, the green and black, the gray and black, like all the buffalo check, right? Like, I think it's time that we can move on. If you still want some plaid or some like hominess to it, consider updating your buffalo plaid with a window pane plaid. Like, I'll insert some images of what I mean, or even look into utilizing like a classic toile print. So, you know, you could do it in blue, brown, those type of things that just lean more into vintage instead of leaning into current time. Also, last up for farmhouse is the distressed, like faux distressed wood. There's like that thing, the DIY going around where you use a glaze or a stain to make it look distressed. Y'all, skip it. Just buy, like, if you want to really have like a curated home, consider buying genuine like antiques or vintage furniture that has wear and tear. I'm not saying it has to be perfect or that you have to spend a lot of money on it. I'm just saying, like, maybe consider painting it. Jenny, don't listen to this because I know you hate painted furniture, but if the finish is in really bad disarray and you can't repair it, consider like painting the finish, or just live with the scratches. Y'all, restore a finish will make wonders. Like, almost all of my furniture is secondhand. There's only a few pieces that I've splurged on to have brand new, especially wood, because the quality is just very different nowadays versus back in like 20, 30, 80, 100 years ago. It's a very different quality. So consider sourcing some true antiques or vintage pieces and skip the like updated stuff that just is gonna fall apart on you anyway and is gonna be out of date soon. Okay, the next style that I am like, oh, I can't stand it, I need to see it go, is glam. And like Hollywood Regency kind of leans into this, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Like the glam, like first on the chopping block is mirrored furniture. First of all, I don't know who can keep that clean. Fingerprints, dog noses, kids' sticky fingers, like how do you keep that clean? It seems like a nightmare. I don't even like glass top furniture, like tables, because I can't keep that clean, right? So like I would say, you know, pass on that instead of like, you know, what I'm really talking about is like the mirrored dresser. Pass on it. Just go for something that is from the 1920s or 30s in the Art Deco style. There's amazing pieces that have beautiful curated hardware like jade and other like natural stone materials, and like bringing that in, you can still have a really nice look that feels curated and elevated without bringing in mirrored furniture. The other thing is, y'all, velvet couches. I specifically tufted velvet couches, like in pink velvet. I've seen a lot of pink and a lot of mustard velvet couches. I'm over it, y'all. Like, again, I have a dog. My life is not like perfect and curated by any means. So I don't know. I just feel like I would be vacuuming a velvet couch all the time. And all the little crumbs that get down in a velvet couch and the dirt and grime, like, I don't know. I think you can get something that has really clean, modern lines. Like maybe it is still velvet, but I don't know, y'all. I'm over it. I'm over the velvet couches. I know that they have a time and a place, but they're just, it's not for me, and that's okay. So I would be good to see those go. So I kind of touched on it. The color scheme of like blush and navy, I'm over it, y'all. I've seen it for years. I'm tired of it. I don't actually think it looks good together. There's a couple of influencers here on YouTube that I see do it a lot, and I'm just like, ugh. It's just not my style. Like, not a pink and blue kind of gal. Like, one time I got my nails done, pink nails, blue toenails. I looked like I was a baby reveal, like, ad walking. It was not good. I just don't like the color combination together. So I'd be okay seeing that go. I think instead opt for true jewel tones like deep rich emeralds and pairing that with like true unlacquered brass instead. I think those emerald and like a sapphire blue and even a deep rich velvet red, like it can be pretty if it's done right. I just don't like the pink and blue combo. And sometimes you see it with mustard, and and mustard is one of my favorite colors, y'all. Like, I love mustard, but I don't like it like that. Like, it's not good, in my personal opinion. Again, this is what this video is. It's just my opinion, y'all. So like, take it for what it is. Also, in this trend, I see so much faux marble. Y'all, you can tell the difference. You can tell by the hand. You may not be able to tell in a photo, but you can tell a difference. And I understand not everybody has the money to go buy really extravagant pieces of Carrara marble. I get that, but y'all, like, you can tell the difference between contact paper that looks like marble and actual marble. It has a different hand, a different feel. It looks more natural. There's more variation in depth and tone versus just like something that's printed. I would suggest, like, you know, going to your local countertop store and seeing if they have remnants that you can use to put on surfaces, or, you know, like maybe opting again for some like vintage furniture that's there. Save up, invest in a piece. Like, a little bit of marble goes a long way. So like, you don't have to have every surface be marble. I would just very strongly advise to get the real stuff. So again, kind of to recap, stick with jewel tones, unlacquered brass and real crystals if you want that kind of glamorous look. Like a brass and crystal chandelier is really nice. A bar cart with like true marble and brass is beautiful. Again, era appropriate wood furniture. You can jazz it up with other things. Stick with the jewel tones beautiful color palette, bring in some things. Just, you know, I think being dark and moody paired with those high-end finishes gives you a really luxurious look without it feeling like you tried too hard. And I think that's why I'm kind of like, ugh, the glam look. It doesn't look glam. It just looks, dare I say, cheap? Don't come at me, y'all. I'm sorry. I really don't say those things very often, but it does, like, you're trying to emulate a style, a decor style that is opulent and decadent, and you do it on a budget, and you do it with certain things that you skimp corners, and it just looks cheap. So I would opt for true time period pieces and, you know, a dark moody color palette with jewel tone accents and some unlacquered brass or lacquered brass, just brass in general, and some real marble, and call it a day. Okay, the last one, y'all, this might be a hot take, because we're just getting off the tail end of this, and it's basic B boho, and y'all know what I mean. It is the coral, the rattan, the caning, the pampas grass. Y'all, I'm over it. I was over it before I saw it. Like, I think that there is a place for bohemian, but true bohemian, not this like curated Target brand of bohemian. So let's break it down a little bit more. So first off, rattan and caning. Y'all, this exploded all over the internet. It is a good material that can be used in DIYs. Like, I think there's a way to do it by staining it, adding it in very small touches. Like, I think you can use it. I just think that with the current concept, the current interpretation of boho that we know it as today, it gets overused, the rattan and the caning. I think it needs to be used sparingly. I just do. Pink and coral, like those dusty mauves and corals, like, y'all, there are more colors in the color wheel and in the rainbow than dusty mauve and coral and terracotta. Again, I think it can be used in touches, but I just don't think that like having a color palette of all neutral and then that color is sophisticated. It's just been done to death. And again, you can do so much more. There's so many other colors. Like, branch out, people, branch out. Macrame and wall hangings, again, like, it's been done to death. I have some textile art, I do, and I think having texture and depth is nice. Again, I think having like artisan style or true artisan wall tapestries and, you know, hangings are nice to have, but I think it needs to be done in conjunction with art and not in place of art. I think you lose a lot of character. It just becomes generic. It feels like you're walking into a showroom, and that when you walk into a house like that, you're like, who is this person? Like, what do you like other than Instagram? Like, I'm just over it. I also, hot take, think that postmodernism, the wavy couches and squiggly mirrors and checkerboard and all that, that's the new iteration of basic B boho. That's gonna be like postmodern, I don't even know. Like, it's gonna equate to that. Like, I feel like the trendy girls who liked the boho, the current interpretation of boho, have migrated to this because they can keep some of their pastel pinks and like those kinds of things and just integrate some other things with it. And I feel like it is just what is like uber trendy and will go out of style. That is not an official one on this list because I think it is still very much trending, but I see it not having legs for very long. It's not a classic style that stays in. I mean, it was very big in the late 80s, early 90s, and then it phased out, you know? Like, there's just not classic items that go with that. It's very much a trendy design style. And I think the current iteration of boho is the same way. Y'all, and pom-poms and pampas grass, every flower vase I've ever seen in a boho has a pampas grass, or, you know, every pillow has a pom-pom or a tassel. Like, there's a time and a place, but it just can't be every pillow, every vase, every rug, every duvet cannot have a pom-pom or a tassel on it. I do love true boho style, and to me, that is a curated home that, you know, you have sourced artisan, like true artisan pieces, as well as trinkets and treasures from your travels. And like, to me, I'm like, okay, it is different art styles from different parts of the world. And you know, you can have an injection of color and it be these, you know, you keep a neutral base and you interject all these bright, vivid colors that go along with it. There's room for textiles that clash, and you know, you could have kind of a southwestern rug and pair it with, you know, more of a Middle Eastern lamp. Like, you can do those things, and I think that curatedness is what makes it stay classic and makes it feel eclectic, not just like you pulled it out of a magazine or a Target ad. And you know, it really, I feel like true boho style really tells who you are and what you're interested in, versus the basic bee boho is just like, I saw it at Target, thought it was cute, gonna buy it situation. I do think what is going good for basic bee boho is all the plants. I think plants bring in life into your house. I think they help to clean your air quality. They also help, you know, create a neutral and kind of fill some of those empty spaces without having to fill it with furniture. That's my personal opinion. Yeah, so that's my thoughts, y'all, on 3 design styles that I think are just like, they've seen their heyday, they're ready to go. I think we can all agree, well, at least me and the people I know would all agree that those 3 styles have come and gone. They're ready to, they're phasing out. You know, again, I think there is a time and a place for all the things. I think you can do it and you can do it well, but you have to think about classic things and not the trendy things. So, you know, I hope you liked today's video. I hope it maybe gave you a chuckle. Let me know in the comments below, do you agree or disagree? If you think one is still like relevant and should stick around and will become a classic, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So anyway, I hope that you guys took this video in the spirit it was intended, just fun, talking about different design styles and what I think is on its way out and what will stay. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. We talk about design, we do some DIYs, we go estate sale shopping. We do a little bit of everything here. There's gonna be some travel videos coming this year. We've got some fun trips. I hope you liked today's video and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.